This is the last guy to be interviewed by Charlie Kirk before that particular gun was shot. Can you be able to hear this particular video? Listen at it very carefully because he is going to draw some particular wisdom to you.
So my name is Hunter. I was in the middle of debating Charlie Kirk in the middle of the assassination at Utah Valley University.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
You can see the guy, the way he was shocked to see that particular whole incident in front of his own eyes, seeing his own legend being torn apart. Do you know how much trauma has caused to this particular guy? I can't believe. And then you hear some particular guys online, they are all over talking about it, saying the guy who was asking the last question, it is kind of connected to the guy who shot Charlie Kirk, because you can hear about the last topic was all over transgender violence. Listen to this.
What brought you to the event that day?
I make videos on Charlie Kirk, and I made this video about the statistical analysis on trans shooters. And sort of the point that I was trying to make was that it's sort of a statistical outlier. That
I feel for him, my guy. I feel for him because people are all over this particular guy. They want to kill this particular guy. They are like, wait a minute. Did this particular guy participate in the killing of Charlie Kirk? Or it's all over in your mind. But I can generally tell you that the guy is innocent. Very much innocent. You can see even the look at his own face. You can see the way he was so shocked. But they keep on saying never judge a book by its own cover, because that's what majority of us keep on doing. Listen.
They're extremely underrepresented when it comes to how peaceful they are. Obviously, that question, pretty ironic given when it was given. Yeah, so I mostly came in there because Charlie's very open about having some sort of dialogue or some sort of conversation.
You can hear it, my guys, because you are all over saying, oh my God, that particular guy who was asking that particular question, I can't believe he was not a good guy. That's what you people kept on saying. But according to me, according to what I'm hearing from him, he was such a nice guy. Let us continue hearing, because
conversation that he believes in engaging, and I'm pretty on the record of how much I disagree with him, but I do definitely respect how much he's willing to platform voices to ensure that at least some semblance of a good conversation can come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we call definitely respect. Majority of you are struggling to keep on this particular thing we call respect. You fail many times, not one time, not two times. You fail to keep this thing you call respect. But this particular dude here was respecting Charlie Kirk. So, can we continue hearing on this particular message? Because he has a nice message. Don't judge a book by its own cover. Listen.
As far as these statistical anomaly thing when it comes to trans shooters, is that in response to the way that him and Turning Point were framing that as a big issue?
So it was about 3 weeks ago. There was a trans shooter at a Catholic church. Charlie made a bunch of tweets basically saying
you can already see he was a great follower of Charlie Kirk. Do you know that you can follow someone and at the end of the day you keep on disagreeing with him? It keeps on happening. Have you ever seen this particular thing about politicians? They keep on following each other. They are all over. What did this particular opponent say? Opponent A said this about you, and it was so such horrible. But they follow each other. Don't you see that? So this particular guy, who was the last person to be interviewed by Charlie Kirk live, He is all over shocked. He cannot believe.
Like, when are we going to start noticing that this is a trend? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting my math degree at UVU. That was my university. And I was like, there's an answer to that. There's, we can determine if there's some sort of outliers. We can use p-values, things like that. And I was like, according to the data, it really doesn't pan out.
According to what I'm listening from this particular guy, I can't generally say that he is an academician, because he is well learned. He knows about these particular stuff. He has done his own research. So I cannot generally say that he is doomed. No. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Listening to him, it was excellent. I cannot regret and say he was a bad guy.
Not that there is a trend here at all. So I kind of made a video calling him out a little bit and saying, hey, I want to come debate you. I want to come do it. And a lot of people were kind of encouraging me. So I kind of wanted to come and have my, I guess my little audience see that.
I like to work fast.
I'm sorry for the particular advert. It's going to come here over and over and over. Oh, it's quite disgusting. But let us do this. The last question Charlie Kirk answered before he was murdered was, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Charlie replied, too many. He was then asked by that particular gentleman, do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Charlie replied, counting or not counting gang violence. Charlie was then assassinated. A bullet went straight to the jugular artery. A guy started bleeding. It was so bad to an extent that we said goodbye at 12. I remember, was it at 12? I think it was afternoon. I received that particular message afternoon. I can generally say that. But that is the last debate of Charlie Kirk, the last points of Charlie Kirk, the last message of Charlie Kirk. Quite unbelievable to see these at this particular moment. I'm just even heartbroken. I'm so heartbroken. I cannot imagine this happen to Charlie. Charlie was a good man. He was a great man indeed. Let us look at that particular video. The moment it happened.
You arrived to the event.
Very conservative, for sure. Everyone was very
You can see it was
energetic.
full to the bar. Charlie was just throwing off. Yeah, it was light now at the noon. It was noon. I didn't say it was at 12. Oh, I knew that particular. I know it, but I got this particular message at afternoon. I think it was 13 hours. Quite crazy. Goodbye.
Chanting Trump, chanting USA.
Get comfortable. Bring the best libs that Utah has to offer.
There was a line of liberals on the rooftop who were holding like pride flags and I think
so you can hear from this particular interview, even liberals had come to listen to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a movement. Charlie Kirk was a wise guy, a good guy.
Like Palestine flags and things like that. And, there was a little bit of taunting back and forth, but not very out of hand. Most of the debaters were either like asking questions like who's better, LeBron or Jordan, or like some like
That's
theological
nice.
debates about distinctions between like Mormonism.
I hope you have learned, you have seen that particular man. Man, you're gonna keep going because you are a good man. It happened. See you in the next